theory of relativity, a paradigm shift cooked up by the Jesuits?
Yes. The theory of relativity is a total hoax. It's a lie. It was used to justify or to establish the theory of heliocentricity, that the Earth spins on its axis, that the Earth revolves around the Sun, and that all things are relative. There's nothing absolute.
Well,
and this was being disproved in the 1800s by Morley and Mickelson's experiments, if the Earth moves or not, and a few other experiments. There were 5 experiments that proved that the Earth was at rest and did not move. But the other thing was that there's no way to measure the distance of the Earth to the Sun, and therefore you cannot know the mass of the Sun. And we're told that it's 93 million miles away, which is, to me, an article of faith of modern-day science.
Now, but Eric, let me ask you this about fission and fusion, because fission is very much came out of Einstein's work. Do you feel that fission is a scientific process, that the unleashing of the atom is something that is generating the power of the atomic bomb? How do you explain that?
Well, they were aware of fission before Einstein came along.
Okay.
Because we have Tunguska, and Tunguska happened. That had to do with nuclear fission. The Jesuits were busy perfecting that even before the 1940s. So, but Einstein was used along with Niels Bohr, and Oppenheimer, and Teller, those other brilliant Jews, in the perfection, or at least the open perfection, of nuclear detonations, and so that they could create their Cold War. I do not believe they perfected an airborne nuclear detonation, but I do believe they perfected nuclear detonations on the ground because, as I may have mentioned before, that because of the Sun revolving around the Earth from east to west, up to the Tropic of Cancer, down to the Tropic of Capricorn, up and down, and that's where you get your 4 seasons, that these devices then can be detonated on the ground as the Sun comes in the proper relationship of these weapons. That's why they just can't be launched and explode and have a nuclear war. That is total fantasy. But the Einstein and these other scientists, especially Edward Teller, put out that religious belief.
Well, you could
founded it upon their successful detonations of atomic devices and the hydrogen bomb.
Well, you could have the Sun still rotating around the Earth at a plane that's 23.5 degrees set off from the plane of the Earth, which would create the seasons. Is that not true?
Sure. The seasons, for example, for the seasons in the north here, as the Sun moves up from the equator to the Tropic of Cancer, that's your spring. From the Tropic of Cancer back down to the equator is your summer. From the equator down to the Tropic of Capricorn is your fall, and from the Tropic of Capricorn back up to the equator is our winter. So that's how those seasons function. And what I'm saying is that these nuclear devices, when they are to be detonated, they have to be in the closest relationship. There is a window of